Victor Rallo Jr. for RalloWines.com, and I'm here with my buddy and good friend, the Professor Anthony Verdoni, and we have two great white wine choices for you today. We have a Terlan Pinot Grigio from Alto, Adige, and Stellato, a Vermentino from the producer Pala from the island of Sardinia. Absolutely fantastic white wines for the summertime. And Tony, let's start off with this Pinot Grigio. It's a real good one.
Really good Pinot Grigio. This is really not a commercial product at all. This is a boutique-ish kind of product. It grows at good altitude, high altitude in the Dolomites, in that section of Italy where German is spoken. So Terlan sounds German because it's Austrian German. That's why it's called Terlan. Actually, the Italians call this Terlano. You may see that on some wine lists as Terlano. You may see that this wine is from the South Tyrol, or you may see it's from Alto Adige. It's from very, very high altitude. It also has excellent soil, gravelly with good drainage, and the grapes are ripe when they pick them. So the wine becomes very supple, very full and rich. I've tasted some white wines in this area 20 years old, and they were still magnificent. So this is a wine you could age, but why? It's really drinking beautifully right now.
Right. I think it's a great summertime wine, and people are oftentimes impressed with this. You know, they chill them down. They're very light in style. This wine has some body, it has some complexity, great acidity. It's grown high up there. And you know, the funny thing, as you say, it's of German origin, so it's way up there. I went there and I worked on my Italian when I was up there, and people started answering me in German. And then when I spoke German, they answered me in Italian, so I just stuck to English up there because it's quite crazy up there.
I speak Italian to everybody in the area, but then when they talk about price, they start to talk German to each other.
So they always get you.
It's a good area. It's a very beautiful area. You will not find a cleaner area anywhere in the world. It's just magnificent. And this wine is a virtual fruit salad. It has so much complex fruity aspects. Melons, pineapples. It has a citrusy aspect. The wine sits on the lees, on the yeasts, for about 6 months, and it picks up a lot of that yeasty kind of freshness. This is just a beautiful wine. I would highly recommend this.
You know, last week I was at a wine tasting, and Antonio Galloni from the Wine Advocate was there. And today, you know, I'm pretty happy that Galloni's here again today.
Yeah.
Except not Antonio, the prosciutto Fratelli Galloni.
Fratelli Galloni.
Right. It's one of the great prosciuttos, and I think we should try a little prosciutto, some olives, maybe some tomatoes, and I think we're going to bring in some cheese. And
yeah, I think this is a good wine to go with those kinds of appetizer dishes also. It really lends to that kind of a meal, so it should go great with the prosciutto.
Let's put a little on our plate, and we'll be right back, and we'll tell them how it tastes with food.
Sounds good.
Great. We're back. Victor Rallo for RalloWines.com, and Anthony Verdoni, the Professor, and we said we told you what we were going to do. We're going to get a little prosciutto, some salad, we have tomatoes, we have some cheese, olives, kind of a summertime treat. Actually, you could do this all year round, but we like these whites for the summertime. And we're going to taste a little bit of prosciutto and cheese with this great Pinot Grigio from Terlan.
First of all, I think it benefits from a year in the bottle. I mentioned that wines from this area can age extremely well. I think if we were tasting the 2009 at this point, it would probably taste a little too undeveloped. But now some of the aromas and the bouquets are starting to come out, so I think it's really good that it's a 2008.
When I was up there, I asked, why aren't you on 2009? And they said, because we like this wine to develop a little, because it's so fresh, so crisp, so much acidity that it mellows out a tiny bit. And this thing is so fresh and drinking so beautifully. This wine could be yours on RalloWine.com, $14.99 a bottle. If you buy 12 or more bottles, a case, we give a 5% discount. Automatic, it's computerized. You blink an eye, boom, 5% is taken off. Add the shipping and handling, we send it right to your house. This is a great summertime wine. 4th of July is coming up, Labor Day, Memorial Day, all those great days in the summer. Everybody's partying, having a barbecue. I would have some of this in my refrigerator.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. I think if you compare it to the famous or infamous Santa Margherita Pinot Grigio, which is much more expensive, less expensive in Italy, but more expensive over here, this is a tremendous bargain.
Right.
It's a great wine.
And I think people get confused by that Santa Margherita concept of Pinot Grigio. It's very light in style. And it's kind of, I wouldn't say giving Pinot Grigio a bad name, but it's commercialized it a bit. And this is really a great producer that produces a great wine. And I'm happy that we can sell this to our customers on RalloWines.com.
I just want to finish and say this is what Pinot Grigio should be. This is really something.
These wines are limited quantities. We bought enough. We liked them. There wasn't a lot available. We bought what was available. So when they run out, they're out. We're not going to have them back again until the next vintage comes. So this is not a never-ending supply. So if you think you might like these, by all means, they're not very expensive. Come out and try some. Give a little click. It'll be at your doorstep in a few days. And Tony and I are having a little antipasta with ours, but if you cook something great, a fish dish or some antipasti, and you want to tell us about it, hit our blog, email us, go to our Facebook account, and by all means, we will contact you and get back with you. We love to hear from our customers. So, Tony, buon appetito, and la forza.
La Forza.
Salute.
Salute twice. We actually have
We got to salute twice. Okay, that's it. And thank you for listening, and Rallo Wines will be back with more reviews very soon. Thanks for coming by.